Hey everybody, how is it going today? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you a little about this penny stock biotech company that I think is setting up for a very nice looking trade. Plus, I'm going to go over a couple other charts that I think are also setting up for some very nice looking potential swing trades. Well, if you are new to my channel, I like to find short-term and long-term trading and investing opportunities in typically lower-priced stocks. I like to find undervalued stocks with high growth potential and talk about all other things finance-related as well. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading or investing ideas. But please remember, I am not a financial advisor, so please do all of your own research before buying any of these stocks. Now, the name of this company is Zomedica, and they are based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And Zomedica is a veterinary health company creating products for companion animals like cats, dogs, and horses. Their company vision is to advance animal health and veterinary success by focusing on the unmet needs of clinical veterinarians. Zomedica's product portfolio will include innovative diagnostics and therapeutics that emphasize animal patient health and practice health. With a team that includes clinical veterinarian professionals, it is Zomedica's mission to provide veterinarians the opportunity to lower costs, increase productivity, and grow revenue while better serving the animals in their care. Zomedica's product pipeline aims to help veterinarians and their teams get better answers faster via breakthrough technologies and by improving existing tests to accelerate speeds to results while increasing sensitivity, specificity, and performance. Zomedica has 3 products currently, and they appear to be in the verification and validation point of the clinical trial process. Their main product is called TrueForma, and this is a point-of-care biosensor platform for thyroid and adrenal disorder. Their next product is called ZM-20 at the moment, and this is a point-of-care pathogen detection platform for urine and fecal testing. And their third product is called ZM-10, and this is a canine cancer liquid biopsy platform. All right, well, that was the most optimistic part of Zomedica's story. Right now, we're going to get into the least optimistic part of their story, or at least right now, that is. This is the income statement on Seeking Alpha for Zomedica, and as we can see, their revenues are basically non-existent. And if we scroll down to their net income, we can see that they are just bleeding cash. In December of 2015, they came in at a loss of negative 2.3 million. That has ballooned all the way to a loss of 19.8 million in December of 2019. So you just have to realize, if you are investing in this company, they are in the very early stages of their growth process, and they are, they're just bleeding cash. So this stock is going to be very volatile. Now, for me, I'm a swing trader, so that's great news for me because I think there is a very nice buying opportunity coming up in the stock, and I'll get to that when we get over to the charts in a minute. But if you are a believer in this stock for the long term, there's going to be a lot of wild swings, and you got to be prepared for it. Another thing you have to be prepared for, if we do get a big move up, since the company is bleeding so much cash, it only makes sense that they're going to try to raise some more. So that's another probably short-term catalyst. If we do get a move up, that could potentially knock the stock back down. But this stock is so cheap, and if these products do pan out, if they get a couple of those products to pan out, they could be big revenue growers for this company, and they could easily turn this company's stock into a 10-bagger from this point. But I just wanted you guys to be aware of their income statement because there just ain't a whole lot there. But let's get over to the charts, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, well, let's get right into the charts. This is the current daily chart of Zomedica Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol ZOM. Today it is pulling back just a little bit. It's down almost 8% at the moment. This is an intraday chart, so it's probably going to fluctuate around just a little bit. But I was actually thinking about entering this stock yesterday, but I missed it when it filled the gap. So I'm going to wait until it comes down to this 8-period exponential moving average, or until that line rises up into the price. This gap has already been filled, like I said, so that box has been checked, and I think this stock could be bouncing higher any day now. Hopefully it gives me a chance to get in at a little bit lower risk area, like I said, right around that moving average. As we can see on these 2 down days, volume has lightened up substantially. So that is a very good sign for the long-term move in the stock, and it's actually holding up pretty well. I know it had a high of almost 60 cents, and now it's trading at about 40 cents. But you got to remember, just a few weeks ago, this thing was about 7 or 8 cents. So it's had a massive run. For it to be holding on to most of this gain is a very bullish sign, and I think this stock is just getting started. Let me back out a little bit, and I'll show you another reason why I really like this stock. If you've been following my channel at all, you know I like it when penny stocks go sideways for an extended period of time. If it lasts for a year or longer, that is even better, because the longer a stock goes sideways, the more accumulation that has taken place. So that's taking supply off the market. So when a catalyst finally comes into that stock to start sending it higher for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the catalyst is. It could be just because it's in a sector that's hot and there's nothing even particular with this company that could be doing well. I mean, I'm just using a for instance, but all you need is a catalyst to come into that stock, and there's pretty much no selling left to keep it down. So the longer these bases go, the better for these lower price stocks. And this one has had a base for approximately a year and a half to almost 2 years. So that is a very good sign for the prospects of this stock getting into a very long, sustainable uptrend. But let's go into the daily, let's go to an intraday chart and take a closer look at this uptrend. All right, well, let's get into the 15-minute chart of ZOM, and we can see that it has actually been leveling up ever since right around the 9th of November, but now the trend looks like it's starting to accelerate. If we zoom in just a little bit closer, we can see that it's making a very nice bullish flag formation, and it actually looks like it's starting to tighten up. So we're starting to get a compression of this range, and a breakout is probably going to be imminent. Hopefully it holds on long enough for the 8-period exponential moving average to move up into it before it takes off. I'd really like to get involved in this one, because I think the chances of this going up versus down is substantially better. And just looking at the pattern of this trend, it doesn't look like it's over just yet. It looks like there should be at least one more leg up. It should make it into at least one more new high. So I'm hoping that I can catch this swing and catch this next leg up. But if you break it down to this 15-minute chart, you can see why that pattern is starting to look so bullish, and how a breakout to the upside could be happening any day now. All right, well, the next chart that I want to show you that is making a very bullish pattern is Sundial Growers. They are in the cannabis sector, I do believe, but this one is starting to hook up after pulling back from this recent run-up, and it looks like it could be starting to make another leg to the upside. You know, if we zoom in just a little bit, we can see it's moving above all these moving averages, and it's starting to hold above them. That is a very good sign. Right now, we are in basically a weak trend. You know, if I zoom in just a little bit, we could probably slap a channel on this thing, and we can see that we are in an uptrend. But actually, this is technically a weak uptrend, because when it breaks to a new high, it breaks back down into the range of the previous high. Usually when it does this a couple times, when you get a breakout to the upside, and if it comes down and touches the top of one of the previous highs and starts to move back up, that will be when the trend starts to accelerate. So right now we are in the very early stages of this stock's uptrend, and if it does get an acceleration at the end, the acceleration is probably going to be a substantial move up. Let me see if I can get these trend lines out of here. My software doesn't seem to be working. It's slow. There it goes. But let me see if I can back out just a little bit. See, there isn't an example on this chart of it, but you'll notice when a stock starts to move up, it starts making those weak creeping-like trends. But as soon as a new high breaks out, and say if this high broke out and it held this previous high and then started to move up from this point, then you would be in that trend acceleration phase. SNDL is not in that yet, but it is already starting to look bullish. So if that happens a little further down the road, this thing could really lead into a very nice price explosion to the upside. But I just wanted to show you SNDL because that one is starting to look very attractive for a nice move to the upside. Let's get into the next one. All right, guys, last one I want to show you that is looking pretty good is Tech Incorporated, ticker symbol MTC. Now, this one has been messing with me for months and months. This thing has shown up on my breaking out scan on my software. I don't even know how many times, and every time it's done it, it has pulled right back into it, but it is starting to look bullish again. Like here was the last time it showed up, and it just fizzled right out. But it looks like it is starting to move forward. But I am thinking now that it's above all these moving averages, that this move that it's starting to make right now could be finally the real one. If I back out of here, this thing has jumped on my scan I don't even know how many times. But I'm thinking that when it does get that breakout, a lot of these fake outs will have like 3 or 4 fake outs in a row, but then you'll finally get that big move up. And I think that next move up is going to be something similar to the one that it had back in May, where it just had this huge price explosion. I can certainly see MTC doing that again. I'm not saying that's going to happen right now, but I can certainly see that happening down the road because this thing has been under accumulation. And for whatever reason, man, there keeps getting a lot of interest into this stock. It just keeps fizzling out. But this pattern is looking very bullish. It is above all those moving averages again. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if this stock gets into a very nice sustainable uptrend here real soon. So this is one that's definitely worth keeping on your watch list if it can build on this momentum. And what I mean by that is just instead of fizzling out to this moving average and just tapering off and going sideways, once the moving averages catch back up, it starts to move like sideways to up and then starts to break out to a new high. That's what we want to see when a stock has the potential to go on a nice uptrend. This kind of move right here is the first thing you want to see, but that's not enough. You want it to be constructive and to prove that it's going to be holding these moving averages and all the selling has come out of the stock. And once that happens, then you can get into a decent looking uptrend. But MTC is definitely one worth keeping an eye on in the next couple of days. All right, everybody, that's all I got for this one, so I'm going to end the video right there. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down there in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, guys, and until next time, take care, everybody.